What is up, guys? Zane for the Zane Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the most important thing that you should be prepared for as we transition into 22 on the next gen console. Now, before we get into today's video, please do me a quick favor. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and make sure to check that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Zane Madden YouTube channel. You guys can follow me on all social media platforms at the handle Zane Madden. So that's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, and obviously you guys are right here on the YouTube channel. We'll be uploading 5 times a week here on the YouTube channel, especially Madden 22. We'll be making sure that we're on it very, very early. So please hit that notification bell. Also, make sure you guys are on the TikTok channel because we'll be uploading short form tutorial videos, stream highlights from the Twitch channel if you guys can't be in the Twitch streams, and other content that you will not see here on the Zane Madden YouTube channel. Now, for today's video, I want to focus kind of in a commentary style format on these videos. I'm going to try to do a little bit more cam box feel to a lot of my YouTube videos, give a little bit more of a personal touch to the videos. That's one thing that I've heard from a number of you guys that watch the channel is maybe implement the cam box a little bit more into some of these tutorial vids. But we're going to be focusing on the thing that I think is most important as we transition from Madden 21 on current gen into Madden 22 on next gen. And far and away for me, that is the user movement. Now, this isn't really an X's and O's tip in today's video. Obviously, we know that the movement is something that a lot of you guys are going to have to take a little bit of time to get used to. Now, there's 10 days until EA Play comes out. I think it's really important that we talk about that. What I've been doing over the last 2 weeks is I've been spending my time, for better or worse, playing Next Gen Madden 21. And if you guys watched the video on Friday or last Thursday, it might have been, I mentioned that it's probably my least favorite Madden ever is the 21 version on the Gen 5 consoles. So whether it's the Xbox Series S and X or the PlayStation 5. And that is solely due to one main thing that I personally think is the culprit, and it tends to rear its head a little bit more on All Pro than it does on All Madden. And that is whatever they have play recognition throttled down to really makes the 10 defenders around your user, frankly, it just makes them dumber. If you think about the 3 areas as you play through, and again, I strongly encourage you guys to play through Next Gen 21 if you can, just for the next week, because even the responsiveness on the controller, it took me about 7 to 10 days to get used to how the user moves. And we're going to talk about that here in just a few moments. But that 7 to 10 days is about what you need to kind of forget everything you knew about current gen and start to kind of get acclimated to the next gen version of the game. As we know, EA is doubling down on the movement in next gen in terms of it being a little bit slower, less responsive on the user defender specifically. So that's kind of the focus of today's video. Is in the time that I have spent playing next gen, I have found that the 2 primary metas that existed in current gen Madden 21 are really not that viable on next gen. Now, you'll still see some of the same formations, whether it be big nickel over G or the nickel 3-3-5 wide with the audibling, so you have safeties at linebacker. You're still going to see those types of defenses, but the 2 primary things that really stand out to me is that just playing straight man across the board and putting your safeties in purple zone set to 15 or blue zone set to 25 is not really a viable defense on next gen, because you can't lurk everything that wins over the middle and wins deep like you can on current gen. And then the other thing that really shows is that the double Mabel meta that we spent the last like 4 months talking about here on the channel does not really work in the same fashion as well. Now, what metas will exist in Madden 22 remains to be seen. I have a decent idea of where the meta is going to be early on in the year in Madden 22, and I would strongly encourage you guys to hop aboard gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them. Madden 21 was the first year of the website, and it was a big time success. So many of you guys have supported my business on Gridiron Game Plans. I know that I did intros to every single video last year in Madden 21, and it got to the point that it was really annoying for you guys. So I wanted to kind of switch up the format as we transition into Madden 22, throw these tips in the middle for those of you that I've retained at this point in the video, and let you guys know that we are running a Madden 22 pre-sale. So you guys can get access to everything that we're going to offer on Gridiron Game Plans. That is every single week, a vault update focused on next gen, all current gen tips that we also will throw in the vault. There will be current gen support in Madden 22 on the website, all offensive game plans and defensive game plans that are released on the website. And we are currently building out a members Discord for the subscribers on Gridiron Game Plans for you guys to network with each other, find lab partners, ask questions about the game plans, bounce questions off one another to help each other out with the content, and just create a better sense of a community within the Gridiron Gang membership. So let's go ahead and kind of show you guys exactly what I mean here. This will be very apparent to you guys as we play through, the last week or so on Next Gen. And I kind of just want to show you, like, in general, what I mean with the meta and trying to, lurk. Most of the defenses that we have become accustomed to over the last few years have been heavily reliant on a dominant user. And that's been fine, but the problem is that as I choose a random play here out of empty base flex, this meta of being able to set your purple zones, and I don't have zone depth set here, but being able to set your purple zones and then just take this guy and lurk every possible thing. And even if you guess wrong for a split second, it only takes a fraction of a second to turn and sprint back the other direction. Those days are gone. Those days are completely gone. The number of people that I've faced that have run just straight man with purple zones or straight man with the occasional robber hook over the middle as an every down defense rather than a mix-in, those days are definitely going by the wayside. So as I kind of sit here and I don't know what play and what route combo they're running, like if I guess wrong, I'm not going to be able to peel back and guard that in route. I know that Trubisky kind of took off and scrambled. That's the Trubisky I know and love, the guy that can't read a field. But obviously this is one of those deals now where with our user being the way it is, we are not going to be able to just sit here and jump a slant and then peel back to a post. And then, we see a playmaker underneath and we go jump that. We're not jumping 3 and 4 reads anymore. Those days are gone. So, as this happens, if I'm not seeing it and jumping that first read, and that's your first read, you're going to be able to glance off to your number 2, your number 3, and it's going to be real problematic. So, if I'm not there, especially against man coverage, I have no idea what just happened there. If you're not there on that first read, it is so easy for your opponent to glance off of that read and go elsewhere. The game in general plays a lot slower, which also translates to more time in the pocket. Now, if you were to factor in the other defensive meta that currently exists in the game, we're going to be talking about something that looks maybe a little bit like, for instance, this, where you're going to see purples, you're going to see blues, you're going to see a cover 3 look, something that kind of looks like this, for instance, as your main primary defense on current gen. And this yellow hook user, as you guys know, is responsible for everything in between. So what most players did last year is they set these to 5, they set these guys to 25. These guys were responsible for everything beyond 25 yards on the sideline. And then you had this center field rotating safety. And basically everything from this set of numbers with Barnes to this set of numbers with Barnes, and obviously back underneath of this blue zone. So basically that entire box from the line of scrimmage to, the numbers on each side and all the way deep underneath the middle third was something that you could possibly lurk with your user on current gen. That is not an option in this game. It is not an option. I can't go lurk everything on this play. Now, right there, obviously that's a screen pass, but you guys are going to understand that the first thing you try to do when you take this game out of the box, when it comes out in about 10 days, is if you try to go to either the man coverage with no deep support at all, or the meta where you end up with, this double Mabel as it's been known to be this year, you are going to be in a spot where you're hurting, and you're just not going to get the stops that you're looking for. These defenses do not exist on 21 next gen. So again, I sound like a broken record, but I would highly encourage you guys to go back into the next gen game if you haven't played it over the last few months and try to run what you run on current gen and realize how it does not work. It does not work. Now, inevitably, there's going to be somebody in the comments like, I run the exact same defense on next gen and I get stops. And I just honestly, whatever, there's going to be those guys on every video, you know, the he who holds the chalkboard last always wins the play type of guy. You know, YouTube comments are undefeated, but I'm telling you guys, you're not going to notice the user being the player that can take over a game. I mean, gone are the days of us running, you know, a defense where we're either blitzing 7 or playing man coverage with purple zones to take away breaks on the sidelines, or you know, leaving a ton of field to the user. You're going to have to be mixing up your coverages. So that's, you know, the thing that at least I would say to you guys is get comfortable with probably 3 or 4 coverage schemes and your responsibilities in those coverage schemes. Now, if you guys struggle with coverage schemes, again, go to gridirongameplans.gg or just reference the content here on this YouTube channel. I've done so much content this year in Madden 21. There will be more coming in Madden 22. And then obviously Gridiron serves as a little bit more of an advanced level set of tips for those that are interested in subscribing. But again, make sure you guys are taking advantage of that pre-sale, you know, getting, you know, the entire year for $75. So make sure you guys are on top of that. But, you know, I kind of just wanted to talk about, you know, what you do not want to do right out of the box in Madden 22. I want to make sure that you guys are spending these last 10 days wisely. I know some of you will probably choose to kind of take a step back and maybe relax for a week before Madden 22 comes out. And if that's what you want to do, you know, everybody preps for the new year differently. I would just say that this year, more than any other year, with this being a competitive shift from current gen to next gen, I would strongly urge you guys to get used to the user. At least if you could throttle down your expectation of what a user should be and get to the point where you kind of understand how much range you have. When Madden 22 comes out, keep in mind the beta, the user was a little bit more responsive. Not quite to the point where you could run this defense right here with the double Mabel and lurk everything that's not covered by a purple or a blue zone on this field, but it will be a little bit more responsive to the point where you can maybe bait a second read. Whereas in this game, you pretty much need to play your assignment. And you know, if you don't play your assignment, you're not going to guard anything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit more of a simple commentary style video, but again, I want to thank you guys for all the support here on the channel in Madden 21. I have plans to really take it forward to the next level in Madden 22. So make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. We'll be doing the Monday through Friday uploads. And like I said, the late morning to early afternoon, the TikTok channel, Twitter, you guys can follow me on there, and obviously the Twitch channel if you guys want to watch me play the game live. We'll be streaming Monday through Friday in the afternoon. So YouTube uploads and TikTok uploads in the morning, Twitch streams in the afternoon, advanced content on gridirongameplans.gg. I'm looking forward to a fantastic year with you guys. Really going to enjoy this ride, and I hope you guys will as well. Until tomorrow, guys, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.